All right, so today we've got a problem on site. We got a ground fault on our test equipment. We plug in, and what I ended up doing was, this is a SS6 breaker. They got shore power. There's a plug down there. You might not be able to see it too well, but the ground pin on that plug was a floating voltage between the hot and the neutral. So it's sitting around 67 volts from neutral to ground and 67 volts from hot to ground, and that's not going to work. No wonder it's got a ground fault. So it's looking for the ground pin that comes into the power circuit, not necessarily this, but the ground pin on this to be 0 volts to neutral. So I grabbed this inverter and I plug it in right here. Well, this is how it's actually running. It was the same damn problem. It was a ground fault. And lo and behold, and I'm gonna grab a meter and show you what I mean, just so you know I'm not messing around. You grab this multimeter, and the skinny prong is the hot on here, and the fat one is not. Well, this bottom circuit and this upper circuit are actually different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the test set. I'm going to unplug this, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if we go and we put this skinny prong in, this one in there, and we go to the ground pin, and we actually get a good connection somehow. You have 62.8 volts, and then if you go to the hot, that one's gonna be a problem too, isn't it? You have 54 volts. So that's a problem. But between the two, and some people might not understand what I'm getting at, between the two, I got 120. So that's a floating potential there on the ground circuit too. So that's not gonna work. This upper plug, I found out way after the fact, is actually good. Okay, but so what did I do? I ended up making this crazy circuit where I only brought out the 2 pins right here, brought out the 2 pins, and then it goes into all this madness where I jumper the ground to the neutral, and then I bring it over to here, and I plug this in here, right, and then I turn it back on, and it works. So sometimes you just got to understand the circuits a little bit better, but that's troubleshooting 101 right there. Our ground circuit is not actually bonded to neutral, right? So hopefully that helps. Thank you.